You ready? You ready? I am. I'm set. I'm ready to go. Welcome, Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. My eye itches. Just hold on for a second. I can't talk and scratch my eye at the same time. So they're two very diverse things. Men cannot multitask, I'm told. And I have proved everybody who said that right so far. All right, let's start out with posture, shall we? Ears over shoulders over hips. We know the drill, but we're still going to do it. Each time, roll the shoulder blades back. Go back as far as you can with them, opening up the chest, stretching the front of the shoulders, and then relax. But don't relax and cave in. Just let the shoulders fall free. And they're going to fall right underneath the ears where they're supposed to fall. That's where they should be, right in alignment with the hips. The whole time we're doing these exercises, that's where we're trying to hold ourselves, is right in that neutral position. Spine stacks on top of itself, weights evenly distributed throughout the whole body. It is where you are the safest, the most safest kind of thing. All right, if you are ready, let's go into a march. Feet up, roll the shoulder blades back. And I looked up dense, more dense, and denser. Is what it's pretty much said to me. But I guess if you as a comparative, you've got dense and you've got more dense. If you're just talking about something that is going to increase, then it's just denser. It gets denser. That's what I got. I don't know if that does anything for anybody. Bring the arms around. I'm going to stop talking about that because I still don't know I'm right. This is a Google thing. Roll the shoulders back, arms a little bit bigger and bigger. I like to know this stuff, but then I get out there and it's like, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Palms up on the way up, palms down on the way down. Keep the legs going, toes, knees, hips, everything's pointed forward. All right, small circles going forward. Just start out, little bend in the elbows. If you need to, put a lot of bend in the elbows. Whatever works right for your shoulders right now. Right now, meaning this hour that we're together, or right this minute, because 20 minutes later, you may have all sorts of flexibility in that shoulder that you don't have right this second. And bring it back. Toe taps just out and out. You're bringing that foot out, controlling the movement up and out. Slowly tap the toe. You want to be in control. You want to say, I'm just going to barely touch the floor. Out and back. Only the toes, not the heel. We're not bringing the foot down flat on the floor. It's just tap and tap. Shoulder blades are still back. Chest is still out. Don't forget that. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right. Tap the heel this time. Throwing a wrench in it, messing it up. Going with the back half of the foot now. Tap the heel and not all the way. Don't let the foot rest completely on the ground. It is a light tap, a graze, if you will. Brushing the carpeting or brushing the floor with the heel. That's it. The rest is all muscles, tightening up, tensing, keeping contraction so that it's in control of how hard that foot drops down. And out, out, and out. All right, toe tap and heel tap. So starting out toe, left, right, and then heel, and toe tap, heel, and heel. A couple more times. Tap lightly, bring the heel out and out. Toe, right toe, left heel, right heel. Back to just a march. Way to go. Way to go. We're going to go heel toe. So toe with one foot, heel with the other. Bring them back in and then alternate toe, heel, and in. Heel, toe, back. Switching feet, heel, toe, and bring it back. Out with the heel, out with the toe tap, and bring it in. I got it mixed up. I'm going to try this again. There we go. Tap the toe, bring it back in. Heel on the other side, toe, bring it back. Toe, heel. This is too hard. And bring it back in. It's supposed to be hard for the brain. It was really hard for the brain. It's not good for a Friday brain. Go back to just a march. There's a Monday brain, there's a Wednesday brain, there's a Friday brain. Friday brain is like, okay, no. No, this just isn't working for me. Bring the feet apart. Keep marching. Will ya? Keep marching. Keep going. Check the shoulder blades. Make sure they're back. Make sure the ears are over the shoulders. Knees and toes are both pointing out at a 45-degree angle, right straight out. We're not letting the knees collapse or flare out wider than the feet. Feet are flat on the floor. And stop. Right there, hands on the thighs, hip hinge, coming into it. You're out on the edge of the chair, coming down between the legs. Hands on the thighs to keep the shoulder blades back and the chest open. Reach down, 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 down. Keep the feet or the legs apart. Take the hands if you need to and squeeze a little bit. Hold them out. Down. And hands on the thighs. Push yourself back up through the shoulder blades. Good enough for right now. Bring the feet together. And we're going to take left hand outside the right knee, right hand on the back of the chair. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, going into a rotation. Don't rotate too far. Not yet. We're just warming up these muscles. We're just starting to get some rotation through the middle of that back. Take your time. If you do this wrong, this is a great place where you can hurt your back. Be super careful with this. Just get the shoulder blades back. The turn is small. Just feel the stretch going up the spine a little bit, through the shoulders, through the chest, and bring it back to center, out and in with the toes. Lateral tap and bring it back. Out and out, in and in. Right side, left side, out. Check the back. Working really hard with the core to keep the torso upright. Shoulders, ears in alignment, hips, everything straight. You don't want to let the shoulders roll forward. Easy to do as you're getting those feet out there. Back in and out. All right, we're going to take right side only. Out, in. As you're doing this, make sure that the left knee is not moving. Stays right where it is. I'm on the ball of the foot. Heels up off the floor. And now foot off the floor, same thing. Don't twist the hips. The sits bones should stay right where they are on the chair. You're just taking that foot, bring it out, and bring it back in again. Out and in. So you're sliding above the floor. That heel is just gliding over the top. Out and in. Out and in. Bring it in. Let's go out and in again. Just get the legs loosened up. Get the shoulder blades back. Give that right leg a chance to cool down a little bit before we go to the left. All right, got your posture. Everything is set up. You're ready to go. Left leg only. Tap, tap. When you're ready, start into a glide. Over and back. Out and in. Feel the hips working. Hip flexor lifts the leg up. Muscles on the outside of the hip pull the leg out. Muscles on the inside of the hip, inside of the thigh, bring that leg back in again. So it's out and in, out, and back in. Couple more times. Out, in. Keep that stationary leg straight and then back to a march. All right, we're going to bring the knee up high. As high as you can get it. Again, it's a relative term. It's what's right for you, for your body, for this minute. Up. And if you find yourself rolling the shoulders forward to try to get the knee higher, stop. You maintain your posture and bring that leg up as high as it'll come and back down again. However high that is, that's as high as you need to go. That works the muscles in the hips that we're trying to work. The ones that lift the feet up, the ones that lift the legs up when we walk. Up high and back down. Bring it up. Hands next to the shoulders. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Raise the hand as you raise the foot up and back down again. Up. Don't lean forward. Roll those shoulder blades back. Chest is out and back down. Feel those muscles contract. Right in the front of the hip. Hold it there for a second. Get the shoulder blades back. Don't lock the elbow out. You've got the arm extended, but not fully. Not putting stress on that elbow joint. Up. Reach. And back down nice and slow. Other side. Take it up. Push. And bring it back down a couple more times. Up, up, up. That leg a little higher now than it would 5 minutes ago. And back down. Those muscles are in a position to say, bring it on. I can do that. And back down. Out to the side. Stepping out, right foot first. Right foot steps out, left arm push. and bring it back into the other side. Same thing. Right arm, left leg. Out. Rotate the hand as you push out. Get yourself some stretch going through those deltoids on the outside of the shoulder blade or the shoulder. Out and in. You think that's easy for me to say? You think? It's not. Push and in. Out. Out. Drive it. Hand pushes out. Leg pushes out. A couple more times on each side. There's one more on each side. Push out and in. Out and in. Arms next to the torso. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is up. We're going to go into that hip hinge again. Start there first. Hands by the side. Shoulder blades are back. This time we accentuate that shoulder blade back. We exaggerate the movement and we come forward. Feel the weight going into the ball of the foot to the heel. Get the toes up off the floor as you come forward. Roll the shoulder blades back and bring yourself up. Down again, coming torso over thighs. Arms back behind you, but don't roll into it. Don't roll down. Keep the shoulder blades back, chest is out, and just bring the arms up as high as you can. And then as you come up out of this, arms first, make that rotation, sweeping up to the front, and then use the shoulders, use that upper body to help you find the momentum to come back out of that hip hinge. So again, coming forward, keeping the chest out, shoulders are back. Weight is in the ball of the foot to the heel. Get out over those thighs, but not laying on top of them. And arms back as far as they'll go. Bring them up. Bring them up, bring them up. Use the arms as leverage to help you get the whole torso up without having to use the lower back. One more time. Down. Down, 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 down. You're out front there. And lift. Up, 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 back. Arms down on the side. Roll the shoulder blades back. Palms right straight out, elbows at 90, and bring them up on the sides, going into a cactus, to a cacti, and elbows together. Bring them forward, roll them back. As you roll them back, feel the chest open up, especially the shoulders, opening up the front of those shoulders. Roll those shoulder blades back as tight as they'll go. Contract as hard as possible through those muscles between the shoulder blades. And come back forward again, keeping the upper arms parallel with the floor. Bring the elbows together if you can. Everybody can. I can't. And back one more time. From here, push up overhead, right straight up, both hands, palms facing up, pushing forward. Bring it back down. Bring the elbows in. And now push up through the middle, right straight up in the front. Putting those wrists together, bring them back down. Get those elbows together as much as you can, back to the outside. Shoulder blades are back. Push up one more time. Over the top. Roll it back down. Last one right here. In. Drive up overhead. Wrists are together. Push all the way through. Feel the stretch through the shoulders, through the upper back. Trapezoids along the side of the head, sides of the neck. Back out again. Arms down. Grab a drink of water. That was part of your equipment list, was water. So make sure you have it with you there. If not, go get some. Hurry back. We'll wait. So that was the stretch. And part of the stretch, but more range of motion. It was the warm-up. It was also getting all those joints, the arms, shoulders, hips, get everything moving so that you can open up those joints. They tighten up. They come all together. You get this, you curl up in this fetal position, this ball, because the muscles are all tight in the front. Joints aren't moving. You open it up. You open up the chest. You can fill the lungs up with air, oxygen into every part of your body, as well as just opening up the muscles so that you're not tight, because otherwise you start getting really, really sore from having those muscles contracted constantly. You need to stretch them out so that when you relax, you can really relax. The muscles just go where they're supposed to, and it feels really good. Excuse me. All right, first thing we're going to do is just picking up the back of the leg, fingers intertwined behind the thigh, roll the shoulder blades back, and it's a knee extension and back in. So get a feel for that, show those shoulder blades back, chest out, looking right out in front of you, out and in. Don't go too far. Hold lightly onto the thigh because you're going to let go in a moment. Back in, a little less pressure, holding that thigh in place. Only bring the foot up as high as it goes. The less pressure, the less I hold the leg, the less that foot raises up in the air. It stays down. Hands up in front. We're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Punch and in, out and in. Try to sit out onto the edge of the chair so that you really have to use these hip flexors, use the shoulder blades to hold you in neutral position. Don't put your back just against the back of the chair and let the chair do all the work. It's not going to get stronger. You need to get stronger. You need to get your muscles denser. Out and in, out and back in. All right, now to the other side. Start out with your hands behind the leg. I want you to make sure that you've got your proper posture. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. You're on the edge of the chair. Other foot, knee, hip, all in alignment, right straight forward. The more we can keep all of the joints in alignment like they should be, the more likely they are to go that way automatically when you're not thinking about it. When you sit down, the joints will line up like they're supposed to instead of stressing, crimping on one side. Out. Relax the hands a little bit. Still pressure underneath the leg, but not as much. And then slowly relax. Hands up to the chest. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Kick and push. Shoulder blades are still back. You're out on the edge of the chair yet. Out and in. You just don't want the back of the chair doing the work to hold you in your neutral position. Make the core muscles do that. This is why we're doing core. So they can get strong, so they can do what they're supposed to do. Remember, core muscles tighten up before every movement, legs down. Every movement you make, everything you do, the core tightens up first to stabilize the body, and then the movement through the arms, the legs, neck, whatever. But you have to stabilize in the core first. Stronger it is, the better all of your movements are. All right, next one. Arms out to the sides, elbow down into a side bend, feeling the muscles working along the rib cage and down into the side of the torso. And to the other side. Again, sits bones stay flat on the chair. You don't bring a butt up, a cheek up off the chair. You keep them right there. Tight, tight. All of the stretch happens from the armpit down to the hip. All of the contraction happens in the same spot. Armpit to hip. Squeeze it and bring it back. This time, as you bring the arm down, bring the knee up and back down. Other side, same thing. Bring it up, squeeze, and relax. Core muscles. These are the obliques, the diagonal muscles on the outside of the torso, the one that give us rotation and side bend. As you can see right here. And back up, down, squeeze it, and up. Exhale. All the air is out of the lungs. Stomach muscles, those ab muscles all contract tight. Feeling those muscles on the side really engage. And out, last one. Tight, hold it, and release. Whew. All right. Feet apart, hands right straight down the middle. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. You should feel it a little tight here on the sides, in middle, or the outside of the upper back. For right now, just chest out, hinging at the hip. Come out just a little bit, and then roll the shoulders to the floor. Don't let the head go down too. You don't want the chin against the chest. What you don't want is the head below the heart. So roll the shoulders down towards the floor, hands toward the floor. Deep breath in, feel the stretch through the upper back, and then bring it all back up again. One more time, doing that hip hinge. Arms out front, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Little hip hinge, small hip hinge, and then roll the shoulders toward the floor, keeping the chin up. Deep breath in, stretches all through the upper back, about the upper 3/4, maybe the whole back for you, maybe going into the lower back as well. And then come on back up again. Palms facing forward. We're going to go into that hip hinge with a scoop and bring the arms up overhead. Range of motion through the shoulders, working the core, working the back, those hamstrings and glutes, the back chain of the legs. So you're pushing through the ball of the foot to the heel. Drive up through as you bring the arms back, rolling the shoulder blades back. Coming up, keep the palms facing behind you. It's hard. It's not easy. It's like being green. It ain't easy being green. Down. I have green on. That's how I know that. And I watch Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog sings that. Back. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is open. Coming back down again, keeping the shoulder blades back. Arms drop. Chest doesn't. Shoulders don't. Don't let that head drop. That went right to my lower back when I did that to show you what not to do. Up. Little bend in the elbows. Scooping up. Overhead. Dropping behind you. And coming back down again. Bring yourself out to the edge of the chair. You're right on the edge. You've got one cheek on, one cheek off. We're going to take the foot out and back. Out. My chair is kind of short. I can't just get it up and straight back. I've got to go out to the outside just a little bit, leaning a little bit towards the back of the chair. I'd prefer not to, but this chair is really short. Back and up. Feel the muscles working in the back of the thigh. That's the important place here. That's what we're looking for on this exercise. Forward and back. Heel. Remember we did this at the beginning? Toe. Up. Tap the heel. Brush the heel. Lift the foot up. Bring it behind you. Tap the toe. Up. Forward. Heel. Up. Back. Toe. Other side. Same deal. Find your posture first. This one real easy for me because the chair is low. I'm kind of twisting, looking at the camera. I'm putting my back in a really bad position. So I'm going to do is hold myself up taller in the chair and foot back, making sure that I don't twist the back. So I'm actually grabbing onto the back of the chair to prevent my body from twisting, to prevent myself from rolling forward or to the side. I don't want to do a side bend here. Up, tap the heel, lift, go back, and tap the toe behind you. Up, heel forward, toe back, work being done. Hamstrings and quadriceps, front and back of the thigh. Tap and tap. 2 more times. Front, back once, one more time. Heel forward, toe back. Oh, good. Feet wide. We're just going to go into a side, kind of a side lunge, bringing the torso around. Shoulders stay square to the floor. Torso is looking off to the side, coming down over that leg. Pushing back up, going over to the other side, doing the same thing. Hands walk over to the other side, roll the shoulder blades. Really important on this, don't roll the hips too. Keep the hips forward and just down and up. The rotation happens through the shoulders. Around, down, and back up. This time as you go down, bring the elbows back into a row, a narrow row, palms in, elbows next to the torso, and up. To the other side we go. Out with that hip hinge and bring it back up. And up. Exhale as you come down. Keep the shoulder blades straight. We've done this on every exercise where we've hinged at the hip, keeping the shoulder blades back, chest out, and up. You want to make sure you're maintaining that posture. You know what it feels like. Up and back over that leg. Up And to the other side. One more time. One more time on the other side. Up and back. Repeaters. Repeat after me. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. I'm in neutral position. Judy, you've got your mic on. I still didn't hear you. All right. You're supposed to repeat after me. Knee up, elbow across, and back out. Reach at a diagonal. Right arm, left leg, come together and back out. We're not turning the knee. We're not bending forward to get that elbow down to the knee. This is just they're coming up in the same direction, feeling the muscles working the outside of the hip, the inside of the hip, all through the shoulder, the obliques on the side of the torso. Out and in. Squeeze it. Out and back in. Few more. 3 and out. 2. Last one. Bring it in and bring it down. Range of motion. We just opened up the hip, opened up the shoulder going at a diagonal like that. Let's do it to the other side. Same thing. Step the foot out. Knee up and out. Hips, sits bones stay right on the chair. Right flat. Nothing moves below the torso. Hips stay right where they are. Squeeze and extend. Bring it in. Hold tight and back out. Tighten up that core. This is a core exercise. Up. Feel those muscles through the abs. Squeeze as you come together and back out again. Bring it all together in the center. Reach out. Again. And out. Last one. Bring it in. Reach it out. Both feet out. You're at the edge of the chair. I want you to take, right leg's going to have a little bend in the knee. Left leg up, over, and back. Again, concentrating on the sits bones, the hips. None of that moves. You pick the leg up. You reach over. Wherever's right for you. Maybe you bring that leg in a little higher and just tap the toe on the side. That's fine. What you're doing is you're getting movement out of these hips again. Working the inner thigh. That's a muscle we don't work a lot. Pulls that leg in and back out. Tightens up. Relaxes. So this inner thigh has a tendency to stretch. The outer part of the hip has a tendency to tighten up. And that throws our alignment off. We want both sides strong. Protects the knee. Over and back. Mary, this is something you won't be able to do very shortly. And back, other side. Same thing, roll the shoulder blades back, up, tap over, bring it back. Reach and back. Feel this in the outside of the hips as you stretch it out. Feel it in the outside of the hips as you use that muscle to pull the leg back again. Inner thigh, doing the opposite. Pulling across, relaxing as you go back out. Pull. Outside pulls. Muscles pull. This is the inner leg, outside of the hip. Inner thigh, outside. Inside. Out. In. And out. All right. We're going to move our way up, get out of the hips. Hands on the chest, Lily Munster style. We're going to go back, upper back against the back of the chair, and come forward. Working those core muscles, bring it back, keep the shoulder blades back. What you don't want to do, if you're feeling uncomfortable about that backward lean, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the shoulders forward and then just tap the middle of the back. That's really hard on the lower back, puts all the stress on the lower spine. What you want to do is have that neutral position, little curve, inward curve on the lower half of that back and forward. Wherever you go, where you start to roll forward, pull out of that, get the shoulder blades back, stop there, and come back forward again. So back, hold, and bring it up. Back this time as you come up, bring that knee up, rotate the shoulders. Small move, small move. Up and back down. Don't lean the shoulders forward. Don't reach with that elbow to try to touch the knee. It has nothing to do with that. It's about picking that knee up, working those obliques to rotate the shoulders. and back out, working those upper abs, keeping the back straight, keeping the lower back protected. Up, down, and bring it back. Last one. Reach across, bring it back. Grab your water. We're going on to set 3. We have about 14 minutes left. We can get some of this in. So we're going to do, and I'll just demo here for a second. We're going to do roll the shoulder blades back, grab the back of the chair, bring the knee up into a tuck, and extend. In and extend. Range of motion plus core, working the hip flexors, working the lower abs as you're holding yourself back. If you can keep your shoulder blades back and bring that knee up without grabbing onto the back of the chair, that's fine. But this really protects the lower back, and you're still doing all the work through the leg. Up, squeeze, and back out. Bring it up, hold, and out. You should be feeling this in the core. Keeping those shoulder blades back. Squeeze, same leg. Out. Remember where we just tapped the heel? That's what you're doing here. It's just a super light heel tap, just grazing. The minute you feel the floor hit the heel, you're back up and in. Out, light tap, bring it in and down. Same on the other side. Same as it ever was. Again, if you're feeling any pressure, any pain, any uncomfortableness in that lower part of your back, grab onto the back of the chair. Use it to help you to keep those shoulder blades back. Just grab on, knee in and knee out. Contract and extend. Hold those core muscles tight. Don't let the stomach push out. You're keeping it in place. Tightening up those muscles, strengthening them in the contracted position where they need to be to protect the spine. Up and out. Also, the way you need them to protect you for stability, up and down, not falling. Falls prevention. Out and in. It's all about, isn't it? Up. Being able to be active and not be afraid. Out and in. Out. Back in and put the leg down. I always tell people, when you're driving a car, the driver should not be afraid. If the driver has scared themselves while they're driving, they probably shouldn't be doing what they just did. You should be the same way. When you're walking, you should feel totally in control of what you're doing. Your body is not going to fall down. You are not going to trip and fall. You might, but you have that mindset and you have the strength in your body, and the brain knows what to do if you do trip and fall. Or if you do trip, to bring you right back up again so you don't fall. Whew. All right. Left leg back out. It's a raise and a lower. Again, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Lower abs, hip flexors. Again, quadriceps. Keeping that little bend in the knee. If you need to, grab onto the back of the chair so you can roll your shoulder blades back and get that chest out more. Again, think of that lower back. Feel it. If you're feeling any pain in it whatsoever, change your motion. Get up higher. If you're not feeling it back there, come back a little lower. Or bring the hands off the chair and do it to lift up and back down. But if you feel your shoulders starting to roll forward, and that's where you have to be totally aware of what your body's doing in every exercise, every stretch, every range of motion exercise we do, everything. You should always be keying in on, what is my body doing? Is it what it should be doing? Am I in the right posture? If it hurts somewhere, why does it hurt there? What can I do to make that stop? Stop exercising right then, first off. All right, other side. But just long enough until you can figure out what it is that you need to change. You don't quit completely. No quitting. We are not quitters here. We are winners. Yes. Up and back down. Bring it up and back. Grab onto the back of the chair if you need to. Get those shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Got that curve in the lower part of your back. You've got the strength down there to be able to do that maybe. Down and up. If not, try loosening your grip up on the chair just a little bit and try to do more with the core and less with the arms. Up to you, whatever works for you. Up and back down one more time. Up and back down again. Arms are going to go, here's what we're going to do. I'm trying to make sure I've got this right. We're going to do a knee extension. So here we go. Knee comes out, foot goes out, foot comes in. Push out as you drive the foot out. Pull the shoulders back as you bring the foot back in. So it's push, roll the shoulders out, feel the stretch through the upper back, and then roll the shoulder blades back. Elbows are out, wide row, out into a chest press, roll the shoulders forward, back into a wide row with the elbows back. Push, extend, pull, contract. Push and extend at the knee, through the legs, through the arms, through the elbows, shoulders, and I'll bring it all back in, squeezing all of those joints. One last time out and back in. To the other side. This time, when you go out, arms are up overhead, down and out, in and up. Down and out, in and up. Shoulder blades are back. Reach. And up. Keep those shoulder blades back. The reason we're keeping the shoulders up, arms up right above our head like that, is so we can keep the shoulder blades back so we don't let ourselves lean forward. Up. Out. Up, down. Out, out. One more time. Out, out, damn spot. And we're there. Stretches. Let's finish out with some stretches. Shall we? Feet apart. Hands on the thighs. Come right down the middle. Stretch out the lower back. Let the shoulders roll towards the floor, keeping the chin up. You don't want the chin down on the chest. As you come down, you're keeping it up, looking out at an angle in front of you so that the spine is somewhat straight. Deep breath in. Let the stomach just drop between the legs. Push through the hands. Roll the shoulder blades back. Come on up to the top. Grab the back of the chair. Seated cat-cow. Rolling the shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulder blades back just a little bit more and then drive them down towards the hips. And then bring the hands forward. Sweep. Rotate the palms down. Exhale as you roll the shoulders forward, forcing all the air out of the lungs, tightening up the cores. Forcing the diaphragm up, gets even more air out of the lungs. And then bring the arms back behind you again. Palms back, roll the shoulder blades back as you sweep back. Deep breath in through the nose, forcing the stomach out. Shoulder blades back, shoulder blades down. And exhale as you bring the arms forward. Hands forward, palms down. Exhale, everything out. And relax, fingers intertwined. Palms right up to the ceiling, roll the shoulder blades back. Get the chest out, hyperextend the back. You want to bring the shoulder blades back on this one. Again, deep breath in. We're going to come down on the side. This one's going to be a little easier stretch than the one we did before. So coming down, it's from the rib cage on this one, so the hand comes up and over the top, using that lower hand to pull just a little bit. Feeling the stretch through the rib cage. You want to make sure that you got your feet flat on the floor, your butt flat on the chair, and back up on top. Other side, same thing. Feet flat on the floor, butt flat on the chair. That's just fun to say. Stretch through the hip rib cage. Use that upper hand to bring you back up again. And now, left hand outside the right knee, right thigh. Bring the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Get this position before you start. Get those shoulder blades back and get the chest out. And then do your rotation, rotating that back shoulder. So bringing it around. Deep breath in one more time. See if you can get the chest up just a little bit more. And exhale to the other side. Same thing. Starting out, shoulder blades back as far as they'll go. Chest is out. Right hand outside of the left knee, grab the back of the chair and use the hand to pull that left shoulder back, putting the shoulders in a square line or a straight line. Deep breath in one more time. Shoulder blades back, chest out as deep as you can get. And then back to center. Again, it's not about how far can you rotate around, how far can you spin your spine. You can't. So it's just about getting that rotation through the middle of the back and feeling everything just nice and stretch out down the spine. All right, next, what are we doing? We did that. Here's what we didn't do. Arms out to the side, roll the shoulder blades back. Hands into the chin. Shoulder blades are back deep. Arms out. Palms forward, roll the shoulder blades back as far as they'll go. And then bring them forward, palms down, bringing the hands into the chest, right underneath the chin, roll the shoulder blades back. Deep breath in through the chest, feel the stretch all the way down the neck. Palms forward, bring the hands back, bring the shoulder blades back, open it up. And down. Little shoulder rolls, shake that out. Finishing up, we are laying the torso onto the thighs this time, or as close as you can get. You're going to feel the core come down in there. That's fine. Collapse on top. Just let yourself fall right on top, but don't let the chin come down to the chest. Again, keep the head up. You want to grab on underneath the thighs, either grab the arms, grab the thighs, do whatever you need to do so you can pull yourself down even deeper, pushing on the stomach, getting that diaphragm up, pushing all the air out of the lungs. And then inhale as you come up. Shoulder blades are back, pushing through the heels of the feet. Deep breath in, stomach out, and exhale. Again, take it down. You want to get all that air out of you that you just brought in. Exhale hard. Really feel the lungs tighten up. And inhale one more time, up overhead. Through the nose, get it in, get as deep as you can into the lungs, then push the stomach out, diaphragm out of the way, lungs open up, lower lungs, and exhale, bringing the hands down on the side. Underneath the thigh, squeeze. Hands on the thighs, push yourself up to seated. We are done for Friday. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.